Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the interquartile range. We had already discussed about the measure of spread and measure of dispersion in our last videos. You can follow those videos to understand what is the range, what is the variance, and what is the standard deviation. So today we are going to discuss the fourth one, interquartile range. We use percentile in the interquartile range. As you can see in this particular graph, interquartile range is from Q1 to Q3. It means we use interquartile range from Q3 Q1. Let this is your data set. This is your data set, and if you want to calculate the interquartile range for any data, so what you need to do, you need to divide those data in four equal parts. So one part is called as a quartile, or we can say that 25th percentile. This is the first part, 25th percentile. If we calculate from this portion to this portion, this complete portion, then this would be your 50th percentile, and from starting to this point, this would be your 75th percentile, and from this to this your 100th percentile. So we need to first understand the percentile. What is the percentile? You can follow my percentile and quartile video. I will mention the YouTube link in the description box. Now discuss the interquartile range. So interquartile range is your difference between third quartile minus first quartile. Difference of Q3 minus Q1. So how many numbers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 numbers here. So what would be the mid value? Because we have the odd data set. So mid value would be middle value. This one is your fifth value. So now how many data points remaining we have? There are the 3 data points. So what would be the middle value? This. And same way we have 3 data points here, so middle value would be 7. So we have Q1 is equal to 4 and Q3 is equal to this 7. So now we need to calculate the interquartile range. Q3 minus Q1, 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. So we can draw the box plot by using this particular interquartile or these quartiles. So box plot, whenever we plot the box plot, the first point would be the lowest point in your data set. So what is the lowest point? This is the 2. So first we need to draw the 2. Then what is the first quartile? First quartile is the 4. So this would be your fourth. Then the middle value, like your median of the data points. So this is the median of your data points is Q2. Then third quartile, it means from here to here your 75th percentile, it means Q3. Then your last data points like 8, so we can divide here the 8. So this way we can draw the box plot. We have discussed when the data points have the odd. Now we will discuss the interquartile range when the data set we have even. There are total data set is equal to 12. We have like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So first we need to arrange this data in a sorting order. So we have sort this data in increasing order, 3 then till 18. And after that what we need to do, we need to divide this data in 4 quartiles. It means first how we divide the 4 quartiles? First we need to divide the data in a 15th percentile. What would be the 15th percentile? This, like this, because this is the even data. So 11 and 12, average of 11 and 12 would be your 50th percentile. So how many numbers now we have? We have now numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have here, we have total 6 data. So what would be the middle value of these 6 data? These 2 value, average of these 2 values. And same here we have 6 data. So here average value of these two values. So 10 is this is this, and this is this. So your Q1 would be, would be your Q1, this is your Q2, this is your Q3. So Q1 would be your 4, it means 25th percentile. Q2 your 10.5, it means 15th percentile, and Q3 is your 15, it means it is your 75th percentile. And the lowest value we have 3 and the highest value we have 8. So by using this we can draw this box plot, like this is your lowest value, this is your highest value 18, and this is your Q3 is 15, Q2 your 10.5, and Q1 is your 4. So by using this we can also draw the box plot. And what is the interquartile range? Interquartile range is the Q3 minus Q1, it means 15 minus 4 is equal to 11. So this way we can calculate the interquartile range for any data set. Let's use some business case. This is the annual cost or the salary distribution of your company. So what is the lower value we have? Lower value we have 0, it means this is the $0 salary, and the highest salary we have $50K. So if we draw the graph, what is your middle value? Middle value is this year, it means 12,500. What is your highest value is 50K, this is your 0. And if we talk about the mean, it means average value is your 18,713. If we plot the graph would be like your like something like this, it means this is your middle value, this is your mean, this is your middle value, and this is your starting point, this is your almost ending point. So in your company, if you have observed that most of the peoples have data in this particular range, like in your senior consultant or senior software engineer or lead software engineer, so those have majorly chunk have this particular salary. But if we talk about the VP or some other, so those have very high salary like $50K or something, and there are some peoples who have just like a fresher also, though they have in this particular range. So there may be some outlier, like if we draw this particular graph, so like this, so like particular this. So if we talk about the CEO salary, so there would be very large gap between VP and CEO salary. Might be CEO salary, CEO drawing around $2 lakhs, and maybe in your office like some guard or like some cleaners, or those have like max to max $1,000. So those salary would be lie in this particular range, and your CEO salary lie in this particular range. So these 2 points will be treated as your outliers. So what is the outlier? Now question come. Outliers is that which have distribution apart from this part after this particular points. Your starting point is this and ending point is your this, but there is a formula we have, like if we talk about the left outlier, so that would be Q1 minus 1.5 IQR. It means what is the Q1 we have? Q1 we have, if we talk about the Q1, so Q1 we need to calculate for this. So let's understand by using some previous example. So this is your left quartile, and if we talk about the right outlier, how we calculate the outlier for the right part, this would be your like Q3, it means this point here something you will have q3, here you will have probably q1, and this is your middle value, it means q2. So q3 plus, because we need to add here from here to here, this is your q3, this is your q3 from this point to this point. So this total is your q3 plus 1.5 IQR. So this way we can calculate these two value, left outlier and the right outlier. So for that we can use this formula to calculate the outlier. I will create another video how to calculate the outlier by using interquartile range and standard deviation. You can follow that particular video if you want to understand what is the outlier and how we calculate the outlier by using some Python coding. So I will create another video, you can follow that. If we want to calculate the interquartile range in our previous example, let's in this, what is the IQR? IQR we have 11. So 1.5 IQR would be 11 multiplied by 1.5. This will come like 5, then 16.5. So if we want to calculate the outlier, this is your outlier and this is your outliers. So how much far away this data points from your middle value? How we can calculate? We can calculate this value, this total value. So this would be your, from this to this is your q3, and this would be your 1.5 IQR. So total value would be in the right side outlier would be your q3 plus 1.5 IQR. So let's calculate the value. q3 is your 15 plus 16.5. so this is coming your 15 15 30 31.5. If we want to calculate the left side outlier, so we need to calculate this complete distance. So from here, if we divide here, so this is your q1, it means q1, because this is in negative. So how we can calculate? Left outlier q1 minus this 1.5 IQR. This is your 1.5 IQR. So we can say that q1 is your 4 minus 1.5 IQR, it is coming 1.5 IQR 16.5, it is coming minus 12.5. so we are having 2. So now we are having two value, 12.5 and 31.5. So how q1 is this is your positive value, but if it is in negative, so we need to calculate negative minus negative. So we need to take care of this particular thing. If it is positive till here, because we are not using the 0, because it is coming after the 0, so that's why we are using the positive value. Otherwise this would have negative, minus q1 minus 1.5, then it would be total addition of that. Otherwise we need to decrease, like we need to minus this particular 4, then 1.5 it is coming minus 12.5 value.